A truly gorgeous afternoon for baseball now from sunny AT&T Park in San Francisco. Today, it's Game 2 of a 3-game weekend set between the Colorado Rockies and the San Francisco Giants. It'll be fun watching these two go at it. It's next on the show. Johnny Cueto will be the man on the mound for the G-Men. EK, what do you got?
Yeah, Matty, in his last outing, he didn't finish what he started, but he did throw a strong 8 innings, got his ball club to win.
Charlie Blackmon heads for the box, ready to lead this one off today.
Leading off the afternoon for Colorado, center fielder, Charlie Blackmon.
And a swing and a miss on the game's first pitch as we are underway here this afternoon. Eric Karros, this Giant ball club, as they begin play here this afternoon. They've run their win streak up to 6 in a row now, and they're really playing some inspired baseball.
Not only have they been playing well, but they've got their ace going here this afternoon, so the rich get richer.
And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there's your first out of the ball game. And a moment now to peek at the Rockies starting lineup. Eric, who stands out to you?
Yeah, keep an eye on Charlie Blackmon. He's a top talent when it comes to speed, and so far this year he leads the senior circuit in stolen bases. We'll look for him to make an impact on this game with his legs.
David Dahl will stand in here, and like so many others, hitless in the shutout last night.
Well, kind of more of the same for him, guys. I mean, you can see that he's not sporting the strongest batting average this year.
Number 19 will drift over to his right a few steps as he takes it for the second out. Now that we have a chance, let's take a look at the defense for the San Francisco Giants. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, their starter has a ton of strikeouts, among the league leaders. That sometimes leads to some complacency out in the field. They're going to have to stay on their toes, be ready, because they will be involved.
Cueto sets his sights and delivers. Daniel Murphy is next as he finds himself behind 0-1.
He's probably not going to throw too many first-pitch changeups. That's a pretty darn good call.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Ricky Holiday.
Yeah, and Holiday seems to be a little inconsistent when it comes to calling the corners. I don't think he favors hitters or pitchers necessarily, though. You're just not always sure what he's going to call at those spots.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Fly ball to straightaway left. Waiting on it, the left fielder. And that retires the side. So not much happening here in the top half of the first. And now we'll see what the Giants can do. Marquez will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. What do we need to know here, EK?
Yeah, guys, in his last start, he gave us the 5 and dive. Didn't get a decision. He'll be looking to go a little deeper in this one and hopefully end up with a win.
He'll try to bunt his way on as he gets this one down. Murphy takes it in. Throw to first will get him as they pounce on it quickly to snuff out the bunt attempt. And with that, a look at Bruce Bochy's lineup card for the Giants. Who do you have your eye on, EK?
Well, Matt, I'm pretty excited to get the chance to see a UCLA alum, Brandon Crawford. He is such a clutch hitter for this ball club. His average with runners in scoring position is up over 400 on the year, so expect him to cash in if he gets a chance.
Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. And a half swing here, but this is in there for a called strike 2. These Rockies, Eric Karros, they come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing well, winners of 5 straight prior to that game.
They've been good away from home here, too. They've won 3 of their first 4 on this road trip, and that's a sign that these guys are really coming together as a ball club.
The 1-2 pitch. Tough pitch to lay off there, but he did, and it's even up at 2-2.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
Throw to Murphy's in time, and there are 2 gone now.
Batting third,
Brandon Belt
first baseman.
gets his first cuts now. The bases are empty, and there are 2 away here in the opening frame.
Yeah, nothing doing so far here. He kind of needs to put up a tough at-bat right here just to make this guy work a little bit.
And a fastball's in there for strike 1. 2 out, nobody on. Jammed him a bit there as it's fouled at the plate. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. Dahl sprinting after it. Oh, he brought it back. Giants down in order. We played an inning. No score.
Leading off for the Rockies, third baseman
Nolan Arenado
Nolan
makes his way to the
Arenado.
plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second. To short. Crawford dives. What a stop. He gathers the throw. Got him.
Oh, love it.
Batting fifth, shortstop.
On a ball hit like that, if you're the pitcher, you're thinking,
Story.
oh, base hit. But not this time. What tremendous defense out there. Great diving stop, makes the play and gets the out, and the pitcher acknowledges it, and he's happy about it.
Standing in now, Trevor Story. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. Ripped down the line. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line.
Batting sixth, second baseman
Brendan Rodgers will take his first swings here. And as you can see, not a lot going right for him offensively here in this first month of the year. Squared that one up just a little late. Hit hard back up the middle, and that gets through for a 1-out base hit.
Oh, you better have to pay attention to this guy right now. He is heating it up. 7 straight games now with that hit.
Tony Walters will dig in now, and he's got to be wondering when his bat's going to make the trip north from spring training, as he has really struggled in the early going. Pulled toward right center field. Parra is over to his right as he puts this one away. 2 down.
I think at first he probably had thoughts about tagging up here, but there's that old baseball adage, don't make the last out of the inning at third base. So staying at second, probably the right call.
Sends that one out of play for strike 1. No score here as we play inning number 2. Cold strike on the outside part of the plate. 0-2.
Well, this is the kind of situation where they came up short last night. They had opportunities, but they could never really cash them in. So you can bet they'd love to get something going on the board early here.
This is in the air out to straightaway center. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. 2 left for Colorado. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Buster Posey will get his first opportunity here. Took an 0 for 4 in the victory last night.
Well, guys, he's really been scuffling lately, getting under 250 over his last 10 games. So he's going to be looking to turn this thing around sometime soon.
And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
And, you know, if you're going to challenge a guy up in the zone with a fastball, why not do it on the first pitch? A lot of times he's going to be taken anyway, and you just bought yourself a strike that you can now throw anything off of.
Oh, they have him looking awfully confused up there right now. It's 1-2. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. Gerardo Parra will stand in, back in the lineup after getting the night off yesterday. First delivery to him on the way. That's lifted the other way out to left. Dahl is there. 2 gone.
Batting sixth, second baseman
Joe Penn will stand in, getting the start here despite being out of the lineup last night. Into the windup and the pitch. Now a check swing, but it's strike one anyway, says the home plate umpire.
And you know, this is a guy that loves the ball down and in. It's one of the locations he really covers well, so they're going to want to mix their spots here.
Ball one. Line toward the gap in left center. A screaming base hit here, his first of the night.
And after setting down the first 5 to start the afternoon, he finally gives up his first hit here with 2 outs in the second. And that's important because you don't want to let a guy coast through these early innings. You want to mount at least a little bit of pressure out there.
Number 19 is at the plate as he watches ball one. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
And if you're going to go after that pitch, you got to be thinking right field. I think he just pulled off of that one a little.
And a half-hearted attempt that time as he broke the plane of the plate. It's a ball and 2 strikes now. Hit hard on the ground to second. Scooped up. Throw to Murphy will take care of him, and that'll end the inning. The iconic cable car is here in the city by the bay. Welcome back to AT&T Park in San Francisco for the 3rd inning in this one. Marquez set to lead off the 3rd. 9-1-2 due up.
Well, you know, it's always a tough inning when your pitcher leads off for you because most of the time the guys just flat out can't hit. But who knows? Maybe he can get something started here and help himself out.
Grounded to 3rd. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And the recovery's a quick one as he gets his man at first. Good composure that time to record the first out of the inning.
Well, in most cases, once he kicks this thing, it's going to be a sure error. But luckily for him, he's got a diesel tanker headed down the first baseline. So he's able to gather this thing up and still get the out at first.
Charlie Blackmon will get a second shot now. He grounded out to start the ball game.
And he only saw a couple pitches, too. And that's great for the pitcher when you can get an easy leadoff out like that.
And it'll stay in the park as it hits high off the right field wall. The tag, and he's out at second base. He probably should have stayed right where he was.
Well, that's the thing about this right field wall here in San Francisco. Well, some places, this is almost an automatic double, but not here. And a good throw, it's going to wind up nailing him at second base.
Into the box, David Dahl. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one.
And even with 2 outs, this is a team that can still put something together here, especially in this part of the lineup. So you can't let your guard down.
Now this is up and in, and I don't think he likes that location much. It's ball one. Can't imagine guys like that too much.
Yeah, not too much indeed. You start getting into the danger area when it's up and in that high.
Left fielder has a beat on it, and that's the 3rd out. 1, 2, 3 go the Rockies. Home half of the 3rd coming up. No score. Kelby Tomlinson digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
3rd baseman, Kelby Tomlinson.
Shot toward right center, and call that a nice clean base hit, his first of the game.
Maybe these guys are going to start getting a little more aggressive here early in the count. This is the first pitch of the inning, and he's on base here to kick things off.
First pitch of the at-bat. And he pops up the bunt attempt. And he'll lunge forward to make the catch for the first out.
Now batting.
So with one gone, a reminder the Giants baseball continues here on the show. There you get a look at what's coming up for the Orange and Black over the next 7 days. Here's the first pitch to him. And this is in the air down the left field line and into foul territory. Dahl is over now, and he puts this one away in foul territory, and there are 2 men out.
Well, you know, he had the right idea up there, so at least you know he's thinking. He tried to go the other way with this ball, but he got under it just a little bit, and it's an easy play out there in left field.
So we're runner at first here with 2 gone in the inning, and stepping in, the slick fielding shortstop, Brandon Crawford. Hit to first. Murphy's got it, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and Daniel Murphy is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
Absolutely nothing going on in this game so far, so we'll see if the leadoff man can get something going.
And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1. Not much to shout about for either team here as we start the 4th inning, 0-0.
Yeah, I think we kind of knew that pitching might take the upper hand here. Maybe not to this extent, but both guys have really thrown the ball well.
Cut fastball is in for a strike, 2-1. And he fires a fastball now for a called strike 2.
A little conviction behind that fastball.
Cueto's ready. The 2-2 pitch. A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a little tapper. That rolls foul, so a good job to fight it off and stay alive.
This is turning into a great battle at the plate.
Lined hard toward short, but this is yanked down out there at shortstop for the first out.
And as we showed you in the open, he's out there putting his perfect record on the line, and so far these guys haven't shown many signs that they're ready to put a 1 in that loss column.
Nolan Arenado is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1.
Oh boy, he is attacking hitters in this one. Another first pitch strike right there, and he's up right around 90% in that category so far.
Crowds him a bit with a fastball there, and it's to 1-1. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. Fly ball heading for the alley. Lee is in pursuit, but he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap. Around second now, heading for third. And he is in there at third with a 1-out triple.
The batter, shortstop, Trevor Story.
I think it's fair to say that this is going to be the best shot they've had so far to get on the scoreboard. You could see the hustle there. He's all the way up to third on the 1-out triple.
Into the box now, Trevor Story, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. Any thought to bringing the infield in here with 1 away?
Still a little early in my book. A run you can live with. What you don't want to do is let this snowball into a big inning.
1-1.
And a fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1. Lifted in the air to center. Lee has a play. He makes the catch. Here comes the runner from third. And he will score on the sacrifice fly as he's in with our first tally of the ball game.
But you know, he needed to make sure that he could cash in on that 1-out triple. And the sacrifice fly is going to get the job done. That's a good piece of hitting.
Brendan Rodgers will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
Now after that sac fly, this is where you got to just clear the deck and start this inning over.
Sent on the ground out to second. Panic's got it. Oh, he may have been a little disoriented there or something. That's going to allow his man to reach first safely.
Tony
I know you've got a good defensive catcher. You'd like to keep him involved, maybe play a little catch, but Why are you throwing the ball to him?
Tony Walters is into the box for his second appearance. 0 for 1 with a flyout. And that's inside for a ball. 1-0. 1 run, 4 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Rockies thus far. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. Ready with the 2-0. That'll find its way out of play. Still going to have a good hitter's count. 2-1 now. A runner on first with 2 away. Hit out towards second. Panic is there. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. So 1 run here on 1 hit, 1 error in the inning, and 1 man left on base. To the bottom. Back alongside Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian, as it'll be Brandon Belt getting ready to lead things off here for San Francisco. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Boy, when he's got that thing going good, it just takes a nosedive right at the end.
And here's a fastball on 0-2, but it misses. 1-2 now.
On 0-2, if that's a curveball, a changeup, a sinker, then maybe you get a guy to chase. But it's much easier to lay off a pitch down there when it's a straight fastball.
So with the leadoff man aboard, we take a trip into the recent past here as we call on our graphic for today's edition of This Date in Baseball History. Buster Posey in now. He went down looking at his first trip to the plate.
And he was absolutely frozen with a good fastball. So let's see if he's a little more aggressive on that pitch this time.
First pitch on its way. There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike 1. And he lays off here. It's a ball and a strike to the Giant backstop. Nobody out, runner on first. A little bit outside. 2-1. All even now, 2-2. Trying to strike him out for the second time. Breaks his bat as this one's popped up. And he's retired, 1 away. At the plate, Gerardo Parra. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Right fielder, Gerardo Parra.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Now a swing and a ball popped in the air back behind short. In there, a base hit.
The second baseman,
So stepping in, Joe Penna, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Slowly hit to first. I don't think they can get 2. To second for 1, but 1's all they were ever going to get, and the inning will continue.
Boy, and this would have been a really costly double play. But fortunately, he's hustling all the way down the line, and he's able to beat that throw on the back end.
So striding in, number 19, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Here comes the first pitch. Hit hard to the right side. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. In to score from third is the tying run. It's 1-1.
Up next for the Giants, third baseman, Kelby Tomlinson.
Kelby Tomlinson gets a shot here with 2 on and 2 out here in the fourth.
And a big two-out at-bat right here. You know, it's still early in this game, but you don't want to have to look back on this as a major missed opportunity later on.
Swinging a ball pulled hard down the line in left. And that's a fair ball as it'll make for the 339 sign down there. Now a long throw home. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
Now batting.
And time will be called here as the pitching coach heads out to the mound and hopefully try and settle this guy down a bit. Johnny Cueto will stand in with a chance to help himself out big time here with a couple of men in scoring position.
And a lot of times, pitchers go up there just because they sort of have to. But here, if you go up and just think ground ball up the middle, you might get one home, maybe two. So this is a big time chance.
And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
He still needs one more strike, but hey, if he can get out of here only giving up 2 runs, I'd call that a win.
The 0-2 delivery. Swung on in the dirt, strike 3. And lucky for them, the right fielder's there to back up the throw. And now this is thrown wildly, just getting it into the infield. Trying to do a little too much out there, so that'll go into the books as an E2. Joe Lee steps into the box here in one of the bigger spots in the ballgame so far. Bases juiced now with 2 away.
Yeah, and this is one of those make-or-break moments in a ballgame, Matt. You don't want to let an opportunity like this in the middle innings get away from you.
And a high strike there, 0-1.
Yeah, definitely taken all the way. Not a bad idea with the bases loaded.
This is hit the other way out toward left field. Dahl has it in his tracks, and that ends the inning. So they do strike for 2, but it could have been much worse as they strand the bases loaded. Leading off the inning, Ian Desmond, and they'll need him to get something going here.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
In there, and it's 0-1. To third, Tomlinson comes up with it. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Now batting, number 48.
Ready for another chance? Marquez. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Fastball in there for a called strike.
You can tell here, in his mind, he's thinking quick inning. He's not even trying to set guys up. He's coming right after him.
And that one cut a little too much. A ball and a strike. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. 5th inning, 2-1 our score. And this is swung on and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 5th.
Yeah, he's able to set down his opposite number there, and I'll tell you, these 2 guys have pretty much matched each other pitch for pitch so far.
Charlie Blackmon will stand in now, a Silver Slugger recipient for National League outfielders a year ago. In there, 0-1.
Well on his way to another good inning right here, and you see the pitch count. It's not even close to being a factor just yet.
Barely able to make contact, down 0-2 now. Cueto gets the sign. Here it is on 0-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Hit in the air out to straightaway left. Under it is the left fielder. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for Colorado. Our score remains 2-1. Brandon Crawford will stride forward now. He's bounced out a couple of times already here in the ballgame.
Just a little off on his earlier swings, guys. Got to keep that top hand palm up through contact to keep him rolling over.
First pitch here misses wide, 1-0. Hard hit ball to second. Rogers from shallow right, and he's set down, one away.
The first baseman, number 9.
We'll take a look here at his pitch count, and you can see, at least early on, he's been around the plate quite a bit. 36 strikes so far. Well, that's a sign that his location is where it needs to be.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Brandon Belt stands in as he looks at ball 1 here. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Turned on down the line. Murphy has it. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
This is where having a good changeup can save some wear and tear on your arm. It takes him just 4 pitches to get the first 2 outs here.
Buster Posey will stand in. He struck out and popped out in 2 trips.
Well, not a great start at the plate. We'll see if he can get something to drive right here.
Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Inside corner, a ball and a strike.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
Hit high and deep to straightaway right field. Desmond ranging back. He gets there to make the play, and that ends the inning. Giants are down 1-2-3. They still lead it 2-1. David Dahl will stand in to start things off as this top of the batting order hasn't found a whole lot of success so far.
In fact, just 1 hit between the 1, 2, 3 hitters combined. So apparently the table setters have not been getting their chores done.
Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. For that man right there, just the 1 run allowed. The question is, can he make that lead stand up?
Well, he hasn't shown too many signs of cracking so far. He's got to look at someone right now who's ready to go the distance.
Grounder hit hard down the first baseline, but this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. Again, he sends it out of play. Cueto into his motion. Here it is on 0-2. Hot shot down the line, but this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
Well, let's give you another look at this 6-pitch sequence. Now you're going to see as the dots come up that he isn't messing around right here. He's pounding the strike zone. All 6 of these pitches are going to be in the zone. So he's just saying, this is what I got. What do you got for me?
Here's Daniel Murphy now. As the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike.
Well, this is an important time for him to bear down. He's thrown the ball very well, but he doesn't want to let the meat of this order ruin what he's done so far.
Hot shot on the ground is short. Crawford fields it cleanly. Throw gets him, 2 down.
The batter,
yeah,
number
it's
20.
kind of been one of those days. There haven't been too many balls hit hard. And even when they do hit one hard, it's an atom ball.
Nolan Arenado tripled and scored in his last at-bat, and we'll see how he follows it up here.
Yeah, he already got to show off those wheels, so let's see if he can make it happen again in this at-bat.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Parra moves over. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. 1-2-3 go the Rockies. They still trail it here 2-1. Gerardo Parra will stride into the box as he'll get things started for the Giants in their half of the 6th.
Gerardo Parra.
First offering on its way. Line toward the alley in left center. And that falls in for a solid base hit, his 2nd of the night.
Well, these guys have been high on effort, but low on results so far. They're still stuck on 2 runs. but at least they've got a leadoff base runner here to start this inning.
Action now in that Colorado pen as a southpaw has stood up to throw out there. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A shot down the first baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Shoots this one to first. And that's in there. Base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are two aboard now.
Textbook start to the inning right there. Back-to-back hits have him in a good position to maybe stretch out this one-run lead.
Now you see the Colorado skipper up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And a change is in the offing as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. He'll wind up lasting just 5 innings here. Didn't pitch all that poorly, yet he's gone nonetheless. Chris Russin will come on in relief as he'll make his second appearance of the season so far. Number 19 will be his first test out of the bullpen, and it'll be a tough test indeed as he'll face him with 2 on and nobody out here. This one's down to third. Arenado's got it to second for 1. On to first, and how about that? He comes right out of the bullpen and gets the double play ball with 1 pitch.
Oh, it's just so nice to be able to bring in a reliever that can get you a ground ball. Sure enough, first batter he faces, he gets him to hit the ball on the ground, and it turns into a very important double play.
In now, Kelby Tomlinson, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. And this runs inside, and that looked like it got him pretty good.
And you know the problem with his slider, and it almost sounds stupid to say it, but sometimes it can literally move too much. I mean, it's a great pitch, don't get me wrong. But here, look at how far this thing runs in. That's a pitch that can be hard to control at times, and here it winds up costing him.
Trying to keep the game close. Here's the pitch. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact.
And with 2 outs, you want to make sure those guys earn that run. Don't let them score on a wild pitch.
That'll be a souvenir, and the count will move to 1-1. And he'll step off and fire to the bag. And he's back standing.
Just keeping an eye on him.
And another snap throw to the bag, keeping particularly close tabs on him. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. And he couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane to the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Now a snap move over to first. And a dive, but he's back in there. 2 runs, 8 hits, and 1 error in the ballgame for San Francisco. Very weakly on the ground. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Boy, that's pretty good patience out there out of a pitcher who's acting like a hitter, especially with 2 outs.
And he'll snap one over to first. Runner back standing. He's set, and the 2-2 pitch. Still 2-2. Low-scoring game thus far. 2-1 here in the 6th. Now a swing, and a ball popped high in the air into foul territory behind first. Murphy is there, and he puts this one away for the 3rd out. Back here in San Francisco. Giants leading this one as we get set for the 7th, but before it gets underway, there you see our game summary through the first 6 innings of play. Trevor Story is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. Yet again, another first pitch strike.
And it's a big reason of why he's having the success he is. You establish the count in your favor right away, and it just opens up the door to so many more options going forward.
And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Well, getting that first out is always critical in a one-run ball game. And they could certainly use a quick 7th inning here.
Brendan
Rodgers steps in. He was able to reach base thanks to an error in his last at-bat. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
This guy just continues to pound the strike zone. He's thrown a first pitch strike to 90% of the batters he's faced. Look how late we are into this ball game, and that's the difference for him.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Boy, it's his 7th inning. It looks like he's just jumped into the ball game. A strikeout to start things, and now an 0-2 count.
Smoked on the ground up the middle. Oh, he makes the stop. It's in time.
Wow, made it look easy.
Once this gets past the pitcher, I figured it was a sure base hit, but the shortstop comes out of nowhere to dive for this thing and then throw a bullet over to first for the out.
Stepping in now, Tony Walters. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. Tomlinson is there, and the side is retired.
It's time for the
3 up, 3 down for Colorado. Joe Lee will stand in, and they've done a good job keeping him off base at the top of the lineup. He's 0 for 3 thus far.
Yeah, guys, not really providing the spark that they usually hope to get out of him. Maybe he can make something happen right here.
They'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. And that Colorado bullpen comes to life now with a lefty and a right-hander up to throw. Goes the other way, and this is in the air out to left. Dahl over to his right, makes the play, 1 away.
This is a guy that doesn't really have great velocity, so when he elevates the fastball, it can lead to big problems. He gets away with it this time, though.
Brandon Crawford will step in, a ground-out victim his last time. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1.
He just about went around. He was lucky to put on the brakes when he did.
That evens it up, 1-1. Grounded back up the middle. Story on the grass, and a great athletic play to get him. Man, wow.
Nicely done there in short as you see him ranging to his left. He takes it on his forehand side and then flips it to first for the out.
Here's the first baseman, Brandon Belt, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe four seam it every once in a while, and when he does, you can forget it.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Oh, and a half swing there on a pitch out of the zone. Indeed, it's strike 2. swung on and lifted in the air to left center. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Giants down in order as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Leading off the inning, Ian Desmond, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least one back here in this inning.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat, 0-1. Well, the guy you see right there has been terrific. But will they let him work these final 2 innings?
Well, I think the pitch count is in his favor. Everybody pays a lot of attention to that. So barring a huge spike right here in the 8th, I don't see any reason why he can't get these final 6 outs.
Low and away with that one. It's 1-2.
Classic strikeout pitch there on 0-2. It's one he loves going to, but great recognition there at the plate to lay off.
A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
And you know, he really doesn't have to throw that changeup all that much for it to be an effective pitch. And you can see what his breakdown is so far.
Number 4 will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
Number 4.
Now a fastball runs inside and drills him. Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Yeah, a bad spot there to lose your release point.
Center fielder.
This one just continues to run inside and gets him, and now all of a sudden that puts a tying run on base.
Quick check on that tying run at first, and he'll get back in standing. And again a throw, and the runner back. Another throw over, being especially careful here. Here's Charlie Blackmon now, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1.
That's what you need to do after a hit by pitch. Get right back on that horse and fire a fastball in there.
Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
And with a runner on first, you better have a catcher that you can rely on if you're going to bounce a changeup on an 0-2 count. Luckily, he does.
Late making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1-2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Cueto pauses. Here's the 1-2. Looked like the cut fastball there, and he got him to swing through it for the second out. 8th inning here from San Francisco with the Giants on top as you get a look at our line score to this point. David Dahl will stand in for the 4th time now, still looking for his first hit of the ball game.
And he's not the only one either. This has been a great pitching performance so far, and they've had these guys chasing their tails all game long.
From the stretch. Snap throw from the catcher. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. And boy, this at-bat is not starting off well as he's behind 0-2 now.
That got in his kitchen big time right there.
And he goes and chops this one out towards second. Over to Crawford at the bag, and the force play will end the inning. Rockies strand one. Our score remains 2-1. Jake McGee is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the eighth. Buster Posey will stand in now, hoping to get on track as they've been able to neutralize his power out of the cleanup spot. 0 for 3 thus far.
Well, guys, it just hasn't been his day. You know, sometimes cleanup hitters are sort of all or nothing type hitters. But hey, he's still got a chance to make an impact on this game right now.
Swinging a hard liner to center field. And he will run this one down, moving to his right, and that's the first out of the inning.
And that's one of those plays where you might need to reinforce the laces on your glove after this inning ends. This is a fastball, and it is hammered. I mean smoked. But he ends up with nothing, and his average is going to go down.
Gerardo Parra comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Blackmon on the move. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Well, how about this out of the bullpen? 3 pitches, 2 outs. Can't do a whole lot better than that.
Coming to the plate now, Joe Panik. He singled his last time up. And they go right after him on the inside corner for strike one. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
And low, it's a ball and a strike. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. Our pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the 8th. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Heading for second is Panik. And he is into second base with a double. His 3rd hit this afternoon.
Oh, man, he hangs in there beautifully against a tough left-handed reliever. Here's another look at it. He just keeps that front shoulder in there and strong, gets the barrel of the bat through the hitting zone, and then he just stings this one for 2 bases. Man, that's pretty.
Austin Slater will look to provide a little 2-out thunder off the bench as he'll hit with a runner at second and 2 away.
Slater.
Now a hard liner, but foul. This one skied out toward right. Desmond has a beat on it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. More of the show. Austin Slater will stay in the ballgame now and take over in left field.
Now playing left field, number 53.
Striding in to start the 9th, Daniel Murphy. And they'll need him to get something going here. Chris Shaw is into the ball game now as he'll take over out in left field.
Number 26, Chris Shaw.
Now here it comes. Lifted in the air out towards left center. And this is hauled in on the run for the out. And he had a lot of ground to cover to get to that one.
He's just trying to get a fastball in there to start the inning. Ball winds up getting hit pretty well, but not well enough to do any damage. It's a one-pitch out.
Nolan Arenado will stand in. He flew out his last time up. Now time is called as both guys in the bullpen are ready to go. Now here comes Bruce Bochy out of the Giants dugout on his way to the mound. And that'll signal the end for Johnny Cueto. So a good job all in all this afternoon, and as it stands, he can only win this one as he departs with a one-run lead. Tony Watson is on now to try to close things down here in the ninth.
Number 56, Tony Watson.
Hits the bottom of the strike zone here with the sinker. Strike one. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
And if he can come in here and start putting that pitch in that location, ain't nobody going to touch him.
Here it comes, 0-2. Skied into straightaway right. Moving under it, Parra. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
You know what? I think he's got the right idea here with two strikes. All he's trying to do is shorten up and drive the ball the other way. But he didn't square it up quite the way he'd like to, and he just lofts it into the outfield for an easy out.
Into the box, Trevor Story, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. And that's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
The 0-1 pitch. Chopped foul right at home plate. A crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. Chopped foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Has him down to their final strike. Here it comes. And he couldn't get him to chase the 0-2 fastball. It's 1-2.
A good high fastball. Maybe something to try and change the eye level there. And now, I might anticipate another slider down in the zone. Maybe even in the dirt.
And this is fouled at the plate. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. And he'll make the catch to end it for the final out. And the Giants continue the roll they've been on. 7 straight victories now as this ball game is over.
Break out the fire extinguishers. These guys are on fire. 7 straight wins. They've been as hot as any team in baseball, and they've really got things rolling out there now.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. And, guys, we were treated to an excellent pitching performance in this one by the gentleman you see right here, Johnny Cueto. He's our top player of the game.
Our final line score